Just before the holidays of late 2025, the Department of Justice didn't just open a door regarding the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. They blew down a warehouse wall. We aren't talking about a few dozen pages of fight logs anymore. We are talking about an estimated 300,000 pages of raw FBI case files, witness interviews, surveillance notes, and internal emails released to the public. It's overwhelming. It's chaotic, and it forces us to ask the most important thing we do on this channel. What is the value of this information? And why are we seeing it now? Welcome back to the value of questions. Today, we are breaking down the data deluge. Before we dive into the specifics, we have to make a crucial distinction that many mainstream outlets are missing. The documents released in the late 2025 are generally not adjudicated court facts. There aren't verdicts. These are FBI investigatory files. They contain raw notes written by agents decades ago. They contain phone tips called in by strangers that may never have been verified. They contained leads that went nowhere. David Pakman recently highlighted an FBI file containing a specific allegation against Donald Trump. That document exists, but as Pakman rightly pointed out, an allegation in an FBI file is not proof of guilt. It is proof that an allegation was made to the FBI. Why does this matter? Because 300,000 pages of raw notes is a minefield of information and misinformation. This brings us to the timing. Why dump this massive amount of data right at the end of the year, 5 years after Epstein's death? Officially, this is compiling with court orders and transparency laws, but skeptics argue that releasing this much information all at once is a strategy in itself. It's called a data dump. When you release 300 pages, journalists can read every word in a day. When you release 300,000 pages, it takes years to properly analyze. It creates noise. It allows dozens of different narratives to spin out of control simultaneously, potentially drawing out the most crucial facts. Here is my first major question for you today. I want you to think like a strategist protecting powerful interests. If you were trying to hide the most damaging needle in a haystack, would you choose to release the information in a slow trickle, or will you build an exponentially bigger haystack by dumping 300,000 pages all at once? We also have to look at the collateral damage. These files contain the names of victims, witnesses, and yes, people who may have just been at the wrong party at the wrong time, alongside the names of actual perpetrators, because these are raw files, not sanitized court records. When looking at this massive release, how do you evaluate the ethical balance between the public's absolute right to know the truth and the very real risk of destroying the lives of innocent people mentioned in unverified tips found in these files. The release of these 300,000 pages isn't the end of the Epstein saga. In many ways, it's just the beginning of a much messier phase. Over the next few weeks, we are going to dive deeper into specific elements of these files, like the limo driver allegation mentioned in recent viral video. I want to know your answers to the questions I posted today. Do you believe this data dump is an act of radical transparency or a strategic move to create confusion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The value is in the questions we ask and the answer you provide. Thanks for watching.